watch me do this. Watch me.
For anybody who knows me, knows I have a deep, deep affection for wrestling. But there's just one thing about wrestling that really, really, really gets to me personally in the most passionate of ways is the creative writing for wrestling. Currently, there's a storyline going on where a happily married woman cheats on her husband with a guy, and now they're together. But in real life, the wife and husband are still married. I question WWE specifically for this storyline because why? Just why? I'm not the only person that thinks this or thinks that this storyline is the worst storyline to come out of wrestling in a long time. This storyline is strictly utter trash, bro. Sad part is, you hear the fans when these two come out. Like, you know they hate the storyline as much as anybody else. I'm not the first to say this. Probably in this platform, yes. But I'm not the first to think this. The storyline just strictly, it's trash, bro. It sucks. Nothing good comes out of it. Nothing good will ever come out of it. Like, why? And then you're wasting so many good elements that could make for a better storyline than this, and you choose this over everything else. Like, you can have them feud over something completely different than this. Over a female, bro. It's happened before. But at least when they did it back then, they did it right. It was entertaining. It was thrilling. They made you think that something could go wrong, and it did. They recycle storylines all the time. I'm not sitting here saying that they shouldn't recycle storylines. I'm sitting here saying that if you know the storyline is similar to one you already did previously, try to come up with a new one. Please, I'm begging you. You have competition now. Nobody's going for that anymore. AEW is on your heels, and you want to bring out this content. If you want to be the number one monopoly of wrestling entertainment, you have, you have to bring your A game every week. Now, what saved this is Survivor Series and NXT War Games. Those two pay-per-views right there saved WWE from just utter destruction of the masses. Because think about this. Without War Games coming up, without Survivor Series being like the most out of this world type of pay-per-view this year, over the past 2 or 3 years, this storyline could have completely trashed WWE. Raw specifically, because SmackDown is okay. SmackDown is good. NXT is excellent. But Raw is just suffering from bad writing and just pointless storylines. Some of the stars we've seen over the years, we don't even see them that often anymore. Some people need pushes that aren't getting pushed. Some people are just, this should just not be there at all. Brock Lesnar, I'm bold enough to say it. That man is just utter. Why? Why is he here if he's not going to defend his championship? Why is he here if he's not going to show his face every week? Why is he here? Why? You say his name once on the airwaves and everybody's excited, but they're not going to see him. What is the point for having a caliber of superstar that talented, that devoted to being champion, and he doesn't even show up for his job? He doesn't even show up to show. At least show his face to the fans that want to see him. We get Paul Heyman more than we get Brock Lesnar, and that's a shame. That is a damn shame because Paul Heyman is not even champion. Paul Heyman is a good manager, entertaining as all, but he's not Brock Lesnar. We came to see Brock, not Heyman. So, if anything, please come up with something better than this. You already have a gaping hole with your champion being gone on a hiatus for months. Months after winning it and quitting SmackDown, going to Raw, and you choose to throw us these BS storylines and just hoping. You know what, WWE? You know what you're doing right now? You're putting a worm on a hook and you're throwing it out. You're just hoping and praying that a fish hops on it and doesn't let go of the bite. That's what you're doing right now. It's not cool. I've been a fan of WWE my entire life, literally. It's not cool to see you be this giant corporation and you come up with storylines that should have just ended up on the floor. It's not okay. It's not. It's bad. It's really bad. Because one match that I can say just eclipsed everything WWE has done before Survivor Series NXT War Games. If you want real wrestling content that you're going to get behind and be afraid to watch after about a year, you'd probably watch it on Halloween. Watch Jon Moxley. Yeah, you heard me. Jon Moxley versus Kenny Omega. Watch that match. And you tell me if I'm exaggerating. Because that is wrestling. I watch wrestling for wrestling. Not for the drama, not for the romance, not for the conspiracies, controversies, whatever. I watch the wrestling for the wrestling. Okay? Promos are cool too. Promos are cool because they drive storylines. Promos are cool because they also drive the fight. I want to watch that. I want to watch fighting. Not somebody getting mad because they have to go get coffee. Not somebody getting mad because somebody stepped under their shoes. Not somebody getting mad because they don't know who to trust, who not to trust. Don't trust anybody then, if that's the case. Just don't do it. Please. Please. Less reality show, more wrestling.